Yeah. Every channel is doing the same thing right now. Rolex predictions. But let me ask you this. Do they all have Irish guy with that view? No. So shut up. Welcome back to the Timeless Watch channel, guys. If you hate this video, give it a thumbs down. If you don't like the channel, don't subscribe. And if you don't want to hear about new videos coming out, don't turn on the bell. As always, before I get into anything, what am I wearing? I'm wearing the Daytona. Look at that puppy. My latest acquisition, guys. Stunning watch. Changes your life. Everything you imagine about owning a ceramic stainless steel Daytona is true. Life gets suddenly better. The air is fresher. The colors are brighter. The people are nicer. You feel slimmer. Nah, it's just a watch, but it's gorgeous. And it is kind of the king of my collection at the moment. Right, guys. Rolex predictions for next week. April 7, Watches and Wonders. When they're going to announce all the new stuff, if at all. Assumably they're going to announce one or two new things. But more importantly, what gets the chop? What gets discontinued? I feel like that has more relevance. We're not going to be able to get our hands on the new announcements anyway for ages, right? But you might have a watch on your wrist right now that next week is no longer in production and therefore will go up in value monetarily, whether you care about that or not, but certainly up in value, you know, from a nostalgia sense at least, you know, just looking at the watch going, wow, it's no longer made now. This watch will just increasingly become rarer and rarer over the years. So that's cool. I'm always more interested really in what's getting the chop than what's being added. But let's go through the various rumors that are going around. You've probably heard them already, all of them. I'm not sure I have much really to add, but I'll share my thoughts with you and give you a few shots of my surroundings here. Check it out. Look at that. Not pretty? How many channels give you that? Huh?
Daytona 41.
This rumor is a weird one. This one just kind of came out a few weeks ago. Some guy put up a picture, I guess on his Instagram or something. Everyone started sharing it. I have to admit, when I saw it, I thought it was real. I was like, oh my God. It was actually really gorgeous. It was like a panda Daytona, but the ceramic was blue and the subdials were blue. It really looked good. I was like, wow, I'd buy that. But most importantly, actually, I think was the 41 mil. Like there was a brochure in the background that said 41 mils, and I thought, oh wow, that could really happen, couldn't it? They could go up to 41 mils. I mean, they've been increasing the sizes of all their watches over the past while, including their icon, the Submariner last year, up to 41. Why wouldn't they do it with this? So maybe that's going to happen. It will have a strange effect though, because one thing I've noticed with the Daytona is women love the Daytona. You know, women have a gravitation towards, they like the Daytona, whatever it is about it, it pulls them in. They always say, fellas, if you add a Daytona to your collection, you should hide it from the wife, because the moment she sees it, it's gone. She's gonna snatch it. I had a party in the house there about a month and a half ago really, and there was this big Russian model there. It was like 6'1" tall, and she wasn't even interested. We were all the lads smoking cigars and checking out watches, and out came the Daytona, and she was like, whoa, snatched it up and put it straight on her wrist. I wanted to leave with it and everything, bring it back to me a few days later. I'm like, no, honey, that thing is staying right here, but wear it this evening, enjoy it. I don't know what it is about the Daytona. I think it fits a woman. It's like for a large watch for a woman, it's elegant and flashy and sophisticated. Ellen DeGeneres, of course, has a bunch of them. I'm just wondering, will it kind of kill that female market for the Daytona and expand it for the guys? Because it isn't a huge watch, guys. You know, it looks big in the pictures, but you know, when you see it in real life, even up against one of the other 40 mils, it's a bit more elegant in the curvature and so on. It doesn't have those big, broad, chunky lugs or anything like that. So it doesn't wear as big as, you know, a GMT or a sub or anything like that. So it might make sense to go to 41.
What if they discontinue your Daytona?
What will happen to current models if that is the case? Well, I'm not sure they'll go through the roof unless they remove certain configurations. Like if they only give a blue and then the panda and remove the black, forget about it, this thing will go through the roof. That'd be awesome, right? But I just got this, it'd be nuts if that happened. Or if they remove the panda, can't really see them doing that. It's such a popular model, it's kind of an icon at this point. But I always think that they get rid of the models that are a little left of center, they're not the most famous one. You know, with the 116710 LN, nobody was paying attention to that one. Everybody wanted the BLRO or the BLNR, and they weren't looking at the LN, the all black one. And then when it was discontinued, everyone started going, ah! But I was like, what do you expect them to do? You know, nobody was buying the model. They want to move on. So I always find they chop out the extra guy, the guy who isn't getting much attention. It reminds me of the movies, you know, that guy who's on the side, he's not the main star, you know, he's going to get the chop first, you know, and the star is going to survive to the end of the movie. It's like Sam Rockwell in Galaxy Quest, you know, I'm going to get killed first because I'm the guy who's not that important.
I got screwman number 6. I'm expendable. I'm the guy in the episode who dies to prove the situation is serious. I gotta get out of here.
Best line in that movie, by the way, what is it? To see if there's a pub. Alan Rickman, what a legend.
Ceramic Explorer 2.
Out of all the rumors, this seems to be the one that's a given at this point. If it doesn't happen, we'll all be shocked. The Explorer 2 is turning 50 years old, of course, so that would make sense. They should at least put out some sort of anniversary edition, if not change the current models. And I think a ceramic bezel would look nice on that watch. That current bezel is a little problematic as it is. It gets scratched quite easy, it's hard to maintain, and so it makes sense that that one should be ceramic. It's a sporty watch, it's for spelunking and whatever else, you know, activity, exploration. So why shouldn't they put on a nice strong bezel on there? Stands to reason. The only question is, are they going to remove the current one, or are they going to make an Explorer 3 out of it? You know, are they going to add to the line, or are they going to replace? I think they're going to replace. I think they're going to get rid of the current one in 42 and put that one in its place.
Explorer 41.
Stands to reason here too. The Explorer 1 is at 39. They just brought all the OPs up from 39 to 41. Makes sense to make that Explorer 1 41 also. Mind you, we'll put it back directly in competition with the OPs again. I'm not sure the 369 is a big enough distinction between the two watches. Maybe they'll bring out a precious metal one or a white dial one. That rumor has been going around now for a couple of years, so it might be time for something like that. That could be the big surprise of this year, who knows.
Oysterflex Submariner.
Honestly, I don't know why it's not already on an Oysterflex. It's a sporty watch, it's a dive watch. Why are they putting the Daytona on an Oysterflex? You're not going to go splashing around too much with a Daytona. You know, the Oysterflex is a rubber band. It's supposed to be used in the sand and the sea, and you know, you're supposed to get it wet and all of that. That's the whole point. Why are they putting it on the Sky Dweller and things like that? It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but then again, it is Rolex. Who knows what goes on in their heads, but it makes perfect sense to me to put it on a Submariner. A lot of people already, as it is, buy rubber bees for their Submariners because they want to bring them to the beach and they want to just leave the bracelet at home. So, stands to reason, Rolex.
Platinum Submariner.
I know, it'd be crazy, right? Who in their right mind would dive with a platinum watch on? I don't know. But they've been making gold ones for years, solid gold and two-tone ones. So it's a luxury item at this point, guys. It's no longer a tool watch. That ship has sailed years ago. It's transitioned from one to the other. It's now just a luxury item modeled on a tool from years ago. That's it. They've been making, you know, gold ones, white gold ones, the Smurf, the two-tone ones for a long time now. A platinum one? Sure, why not? I sound like, what's his name? Pantangeli. They said Rolex is gonna do this and Rolex are gonna do that. And I said, sure, why not? A lot of Godfather quotes on this channel. Kind of weird.
Cellini for the chop.
And who would miss it? Barack Obama? He's the only person I can think of I've ever seen with a Cellini on. Very strong rumor going around, guys, that these are the final days of the Cellini. I don't know what happened with that model. It just never caught on. I don't know how many ADs have passed right by the windows. Nothing of interest in there, and just a rake of Cellinis. No one's buying. Maybe it was because it was in direct competition with the Calatrava, the Patek, you know. Similar price, similar kind of watch, similar kind of gentleman who would wear that kind of watch. And obviously, if you're between the two, you're going to go for the Patek, obviously, right? So maybe it's time for them to just pull out of that one and admit defeat, you know. Of course, now that it's going to get discontinued, watch us all go nuts about it. Finally go crazy about finding one. We can't help ourselves. We're fucking unbearable, man.
Milkhouse on the chopping block.
Oh, I hope they don't do this one. I really hope they don't. At least not for another year, guys. Hold off, one more year. I really want one of those. I want the Z Blue. I saw one in the window like 6 months ago here, right here in the square. I should have grabbed it then. But if it gets discontinued, then it's gonna be bloody impossible to find. So I hope it doesn't happen. If it does, I suppose it'll be understandable. It's not exactly the most popular one, but it does have its hardcore fans who really love it and love only that one. I love it. I think it's a great watch. It's a great looking watch, and I'd love one, but oh man, I better get on that. How long have I got? Like a week? Ooh, there's the bell. That's the St. Mark's bell. Now that is a bell. There's a lot of bells in this town, but that is a beast. Hear it? That is one hell of it. That's a big monster 10-ton bell or something. It also rings at midnight, and it's really kind of haunting. Every night at midnight it rings. It's kind of beautiful because it's not too loud and annoying, you know. It's just kind of looming bell sounds through the city, you know. Cool. All right, that's it, guys. It's getting a little cold, a little nippy out. I'm gonna head home, make a little din-dins. Maybe open some wine, edit this video. That'll be good, right? Anything to add, Lenny, before we wrap up here?
Just like and subscribe and hit the bell, you miserable shits.
You're the business mind of this operation, man. You're the genius. It should be you in front of this camera.
You know that's true.
Thanks for watching the Timeless Watch channel. I will see you in the next one.